My name is Laura. I am 30 years old. I live a simple life. I enjoy peace and quiet. I like small and honest things. I believe in true love. I work in a small company. My days are calm and slow. Everything feels safe and normal. I believe love must be pure. I believe it must be faithful. Love should never bring harm. My family taught me strong values. They taught me to respect others. They taught me to do what is right. They said marriage is important. They said it is a sacred promise, a promise we must protect. I always followed those teachings. I tried to live a good life. I tried to stay on the right path. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I never wanted to break trust. I wanted a clean heart. Then, one day, something changed. A new manager arrived at work. His name was Michael. He was calm and very kind. He spoke with a gentle voice. Everyone liked him quickly. At first, he was just my boss. I only said hello and smiled. Nothing felt strange or new. But something felt different. His voice was soft and warm. It stayed in my mind. He spoke to me one morning. He asked me about my day. His eyes were kind and calm. I felt nervous suddenly. My heart moved a little fast. I did not understand why. I tried to stay focused. I told myself to be careful. This feeling was new to me. I remembered my values. I remembered what is right. I tried to stay strong, but days started to change. I waited to see him daily. I listened to his voice closely. I started to feel something deep, something soft but also strong, something I could not control. At night, I thought of him. I did not want these thoughts, but they kept coming back. I prayed quietly for peace. I asked God to guide me. I wanted a clean heart. One day, he stood near me. He helped me with my work. His hand touched mine softly. My heart jumped quickly. My face became very warm. I felt lost in that moment. He smiled and said, "Thank you." I tried to act normal, but inside, I was shaking. I knew this feeling was growing. I knew it was becoming real, and that scared me deeply. I told myself to stop. I told myself this was wrong. I tried to create distance, but my heart did not listen. It moved in another direction. It wanted him more each day. Then one afternoon, I saw it. A small ring on his hand, a simple but clear truth. My heart felt heavy at once. My chest became tight and cold. I could not breathe well. He was not free to love. He already had a family. He belonged to someone else. I looked away in silence. I felt deep pain inside. I knew this was not right. That night, I could not sleep. My thoughts were loud and heavy. My heart felt full of conflict. I said, "This must stop now. This feeling is not correct. This path will bring pain." I prayed again for strength. I asked God to help me. I wanted to do what is right. I knew love must be honest. Love must not break a home. Love must protect others. But the next day was hard. I saw him and felt weak. My heart did not obey me. He smiled like always. He spoke with that soft voice, and I felt lost again. Inside, I felt two voices. One said, "Follow your heart." The other said, "Choose what is right." I knew the truth clearly, but truth can feel very painful. Doing right is not always easy. I stood there in silence, looking at him from far away, holding my feelings inside. I knew this was dangerous, not for my life, but my soul. I was falling too deep. He started talking to me more. Small talks became longer talks. I began to wait for them. His voice felt calm and safe. His words were always kind. I felt seen and valued. He remembered little things. I said, he asked about my day again. He listened very carefully. That made me feel special. That made my heart open. Slowly, I felt closer to him. One day, we laughed together. It was a simple, small moment, but it stayed in my heart. I went home, still smiling. I could not forget his face. That scared me a little. I knew I must be careful. I knew this could go too far, but I did not stop. I wanted those moments again. I wanted to feel that warmth. I stayed close to him. He stood near me more often. He chose to sit beside me. He looked at me differently. Not just like a boss, but like someone important. Someone he cared about. My heart felt full of hope. Even when I knew the truth, even when I knew the risk. I tried to ignore reality. I tried to enjoy the feeling. That was my mistake. One evening, we worked late. The office was quiet and empty. It was just the two of us. The silence felt very strong. Every small sound felt louder. Every look felt deeper. He looked at me softly. He said my name very gently. It felt different that night. My heart started racing fast. I could not look away. I felt something was coming. He said I was important. He said I was a good person. He said I was special to him. Those words touched my heart deeply. I had never heard that before. I felt both joy and fear. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to stay in that moment. I wanted to feel that love. But deep inside, I knew this was not the right way. This could not end well. He moved a little closer. The space between us was small. I could feel his presence. My heart beat very fast. My thoughts became unclear. I felt weak in that moment. I remembered his family suddenly. I remembered his wedding ring. Reality came back quickly. My heart felt heavy again. The warmth turned into pain. I felt lost inside. He spoke in a low voice. He said he thinks about me. He said, I'll make him happy. Those words felt dangerous. They pulled me closer to him, but also closer to pain. I did not answer at first. My mind was full of conflict. My heart wanted one thing, but my values said another. My faith told me to stop. I felt trapped between both. I said we must be careful. I said, this is not right. I said we could hurt others. He stayed quiet for a moment. Then, he looked down slowly. The silence felt very heavy. He said he understands me. But he also feels the same. He cannot ignore his feelings. That made everything harder. Now, it was not just me. We were both involved. I felt my heart breaking slowly. Because I wanted this too, but I knew it was wrong. Love should not cause pain. Love should not destroy families. I knew this truth clearly. Still, I stayed there with him. I did not walk away. I did not create distance. That was my weakness. That was my silent choice. And it had consequences. We continued working together, but everything felt different now. There was something between us. Something quiet but strong. Something we could not ignore. Something growing every day. Each day became more difficult. Each moment felt more intense. Each look carried meaning. I was falling deeper now, and I knew it. Clearly, but I did not stop. One morning, I felt very tired. Not in my body, but my heart. I could not carry this anymore. I looked at myself in silence. I asked, "What are you doing? This is not who you are." I remembered my beliefs again. I remembered what is right. I remembered my faith. Love must be honest and clean. Love must respect sacred promises. I was forgetting this truth. That day, I avoided him. I stayed quiet and distant. I did not look at him. It was very difficult for me. My heart wanted to run to him, but I chose to stay away. He noticed the change quickly. He came and asked me softly. He said, "Is everything okay?" I wanted to tell the truth, but my voice felt very weak. I just said, "I am fine." But I was not fine at all. Inside, I was breaking slowly. I felt both love and guilt. This feeling was not peaceful. It was heavy and confusing. It was not the right love. That night, I prayed again. With more pain than before, with more honesty in my heart. I said, "Please guide me now. Help me choose what is right. Give me strength to let go." I knew what I had to do. Even if it hurt deeply, even if I cried a lot. Some love must be released. Some feelings must be stopped for something greater and pure. The next day, I was calm. Not happy, but more clear. My heart made a decision. I would not continue this. I would not walk this path. I would choose what is right. He came to speak with me. He looked serious this time. His eyes were full of questions. He said, "Why are you distant? Did I do something wrong? Please, talk to me." Honestly, I took a deep breath slowly. My heart was beating fast, but I knew I must speak. I said, "This is not correct. You have a wife and family. We must respect that." He stayed silent for a moment. His face changed a little. He looked both sad and confused. He said, "I care about you. I cannot deny my feelings. You are important to me." Those words hurt me deeply. Because I felt the same, but I could not accept them. I said, "Feelings are not enough. We must choose what is right, not only what feels good." I told him about my values. I told him about my faith. I told him about respect. Marriage is a sacred promise. It should never be broken, not even for strong feelings. My voice started to shake. But I continued speaking clearly. I did not want to stop. I said, "I will not hurt them. I will not be part of that. I must walk away now." He looked at me in silence. His eyes were full of emotion, but he did not speak. That silence said many things. It showed pain and conflict, but also a hidden truth. I realized something important. He was also lost inside. He was also confused. But confusion is not an excuse. Feelings do not justify actions. Right is still right. I felt tears in my eyes, but I did not cry there. I stayed strong in that moment. Sometimes strength is quiet. Sometimes it means letting go, even when it hurts deeply. I said, we must create distance. We must keep things professional. We must protect what is right. He nodded very slowly. He understood my words, even if it was painful. That moment changed everything. Not outside, but inside me. I chose a different path. A path of respect and truth. A path of self-control. A path of real love. The next days felt very cold. We spoke less and less. We kept a safe distance. It was not easy at all, but it was the right decision. And I knew that clearly. I still thought about him. I still felt something inside, but it was slowly changing. The feeling became quieter, less strong, less confusing, more peaceful. Over time, I started focusing on myself, on my values and my growth, on healing my heart slowly. I read and prayed more. I spent time in reflection. I searched for inner peace. I understood something new. Love is not just a feeling. Love is also a choice. A choice to do what is right. A choice to protect others. A choice to respect truth. Real love builds, not destroys. Real love gives peace, not fear. Real love is honest and clean. What I felt before was strong, but it was not complete. It was missing truth. One day, I saw him again. He walked past me quietly. He gave me a small smile. I smiled back with calm, not with the same feeling, but with peace in my heart. That moment felt different. There was no confusion now. There was no hidden hope. Only respect and distance. Only quiet. Understanding. Only acceptance. I realized I was stronger. Stronger than my emotions. Stronger than my desires. Because I chose what is right, even when it was difficult. Even when it hurt me. Not all love stories continue. Some are meant to end early. Some are lessons in life. Lessons about the heart. Lessons about values. Lessons about truth. I was grateful for that lesson. Even if it brought pain. Even if it was difficult. It helped me grow inside. It helped me understand love in a deeper and better way. I looked at my life again, with new eyes and clarity, with a stronger heart. I knew I made the right choice. I chose respect over desire. I chose truth over emotion. That night, I cried a lot. Not because I lost him, but because I let go. Letting go is not easy. Even when it is right. Even when it brings peace. I sat alone in my room. The silence felt very deep. My heart felt empty inside. I asked myself many questions. Why did I feel this way? Why was it so hard? I looked at my reflection. My eyes were red and tired, but I saw something new. I saw honesty in my face. I saw courage in my heart. I saw truth in my choice. I whispered softly to myself. You did the right thing, even if it hurts now. Pain is not always bad. Sometimes pain brings growth. Sometimes pain protects us. Days passed very slowly. Each day felt a little heavy, but also a little clearer. The strong feelings became softer. The confusion started to fade. My heart began to breathe again. I still thought about him sometimes. Memories came without warning. Small moments stayed in my mind. His voice, his smile, his words. They were still there inside me, but they did not control me anymore. One evening, I prayed again. But this time was different. There was less pain in my voice. I said, "Thank you for guiding me. Thank you for giving me strength. Thank you for protecting my heart." I understood something deeply. God sees what we cannot see. He protects us from hidden pain. Sometimes, we want something badly, but it is not good for us, and we only understand later. Tears came again that night. But they felt different now. They were calm and soft. Not tears of confusion, but tears of healing, tears of quiet acceptance. I forgave myself slowly. For my thoughts and feelings, for my moments of weakness. I am human, I told myself. I can make mistakes and learn. I can grow and become better. I also forgave him in my heart, not because everything was right, but because I wanted peace. Holding pain is very heavy, but letting go brings freedom, and I wanted to be free. One morning felt different. The sun looked a little brighter. The air felt fresh and light. I smiled without forcing it. For the first time in days, it felt real and calm. I started to enjoy small things again. A quiet walk, a simple meal, a moment of silence. I found beauty in simple life, in clean and honest feelings, in a peaceful heart. I realized something important. Love should never bring fear. Love should never bring guilt. Real love feels safe and clear. It brings light, not darkness. It builds, not breaks. What I felt before was strong, but it was mixed with confusion. It was not fully right. Now, I understood better. Love needs truth and respect. Without them, it is not complete. I looked back at everything. At every moment we shared, at every feeling I had. I did not feel regret. I felt understanding instead, and quiet gratitude. That experience changed me. It made my heart stronger. It made my mind clearer. It taught me to choose wisely, to follow truth over emotion, to respect what is sacred. I was not broken anymore. I was learning to heal, step by step, slowly. Healing takes time and patience, but it brings something beautiful, a deeper kind of peace. Sometimes I still felt sadness, but it no longer controlled me. It came and then passed, like a quiet wave in the sea, soft, gentle, and temporary, not strong like before. I placed my hand on my heart, and I felt something new, something calm and steady. It was not pain anymore. It was quiet strength inside me, and I was grateful for that. Life slowly returned to normal. But I was not the same person. Something inside me had changed. I felt stronger and more aware. I understood my heart better. I understood love more deeply. One day, I saw him again. He passed by me, in silence. We shared a small look. There was no pain this time, only quiet respect between us, and a calm goodbye. That moment felt important, not because of what we had, but because of what we chose. We chose to stop in time. We chose not to cross the line. We chose to do what is right. Not every story needs an ending. Not every feeling must continue. Some things are meant to stop. And that is not failure. That is wisdom and strength. That is true self-control. I learned to value myself more. To protect my heart carefully. To choose peace over confusion. I no longer chase wrong love. I wait for something real, something honest and free. Love should never be hidden. Love should never cause guilt. Love should never hurt others. Real love brings light and peace. It respects truth and commitment. It honors what is sacred. I believe God guided me. Even when I felt lost, even when I felt weak. He showed me the right path, not the easiest one, but true, and I am thankful for that. Sometimes we feel strong emotions, but emotions are not always right. They can lead us in wrong ways. That is why we need values. That is why we need truth. That is why we need faith. Now I walk with more clarity. I listen to my heart with wisdom, not only with feeling. I choose what builds my life. I choose what brings peace. I choose what is good. I still believe in love deeply. But now I understand it better. Love needs the right foundation. Respect, honesty, and patience. Without them, love cannot grow. Without them, love will fail. To anyone listening right now, if you feel lost in love, if your heart feels confused, stop and look at the truth. Ask yourself, what is right, not only what feels good. Do not follow blind emotion. Do not ignore your values. Do not hurt others for love. True love will not ask that. True love will not destroy. True love will bring peace. You are strong enough to choose. Even when it feels impossible. Even when your heart is weak. Strength is not easy to show, but it lives inside you. You just need to trust it. Protect your heart with wisdom. Guard your life with truth. Walk with honesty every day. Your future deserves something clean. Your love should be free and real. Do not accept less than that. One day, the right love will come. A love without fear or secrets. A love that feels safe and true. And when it comes, you will know. Because it will bring you peace, not confusion or pain. Until that day, stay strong. Keep growing and learning. Keep choosing what is right. Your journey has meaning. Your choices shape your future. Never forget your value. Thank you for listening to this story. I hope it touched your heart. I hope it helped you reflect. Stories can teach us many things. Sometimes through pain and truth, sometimes through quiet lessons. If this story helped you today, if you felt something inside, if you learned something new, take a moment to pause. Think about your own life and choose what is right. You are not alone in this journey. Many hearts feel the same. Many people learn through pain. But growth always comes after. Light always follows darkness. And peace always finds you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for listening with care. I truly appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share it, and support the channel. And subscribe for more videos.